that kind of feeling of, wow, like this person is paying an interest to me. He's got a lot of manipulative tactics out there, and I can't say too much once again because there is an ongoing investigation, and I want to make sure I don't shoot myself in the foot here.
Yeah, you be careful. Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted.
Hello. Lock this account for me, please. This Craig and White Hair account, please.
Yeah, I'm on it now. I find it.
I hear you, Over. I hear you. What you're saying.
Which one was it?
In the same breath, we still spoke about numbers.
Well,
Yeah.
Cragen. Oh yeah.
You got it, yeah.
And that's the problem. I'm not saying that like it falls at the viewer or the person that, well, in this case, the victims essentially, because anyone that is in contact with this geezer is a potential victim. That's facts, right? So, but the fact still stands. The alluring factor is you look at numbers over judging a person. I'm not saying you personally, but you sort of just said it yourself there. That's the point I'm trying to put across. Guys, just on this app, look past numbers. You can have 1.2 million, you can have 2 million followers and still be a wrong 'un. Just remember that.
Yeah, but I think that's it was saying, like, is the allure of, look at this person here with so many followers only speaking to me.
Yeah,
Because that's what they make you believe, that they are only speaking to you.
Why are we all on social media? For a following, for numbers, for views. We're all the same. We're all built the same. And then for some reason or another, the moralistic stance gets stripped away when someone's got a higher number of followers than what you have or the next person that you like, and you just stick around and just ignore all the red flags that are around you. And that's the problem with society today and TikTok in the same breath, is that the blame doesn't fall at the viewer. I'm not trying to like come at the victims here at all. It doesn't fall at them because they're blindsided by all this. Absolutely blindsided. You look at an account, if it's got 2 million followers, you're like, oh my God, yeah. Or they're a live pro, for instance. We see that, oh, they must be good, or they're verified on a certain account. Oh, they must be legit. We need to educate people to look past that, make your own judgments and speak out to people if you feel like what we're talking about is being groomed, essentially.
Yes.
Being groomed, being manipulated. Look past it.
I do believe also, Brady, there are a lot of these kids that go up to him in the middle of the street, for example, for these pictures or whatever with him. They do it purely to take the piss out of him, not because they actually like him.
Yeah, I've got a picture of Paul Breach. Look at that. That'll get 1 million follows.
Exactly.
Or 1 million likes.
Exactly. It gets them a little bit of. I hate using the word clout. You know, it gives them that little bit of. Oh look, I have my picture with Paul. Yeah. Definitely.
He's a key phrase. Guys, please believe I'm not coming here to like come at the victims at all. Like, but the point why I come on here is the word enablers, right? The word enablers gets thrown about quite loosely at the moment, and I've stopped doing it myself. I don't do it myself now at the moment because I do understand everyone's got their own different scenarios. Everyone's got their own different mental healths. Some people might have, you know, physical, mental problems, this, that, and the other. They can't quite grasp what we're talking about. So I'm starting to understand that better myself. I'm educating myself as I'm using this app. Because even as like, you know, a 38-year-old geezer, I'm learning myself about this app. Like, do you know what I mean? What people are doing right, what people are doing wrong, and I'm trying to understand how the younger minds follow these people. And I'm like, it's baffling. And the only reason why I come in is because, right, granted, I caught the wrong end of the stick, what the young lady said before. But the point does still stand. Why do people continue to support these people when there is continuous evidence on this app that they are whatever? You know, it could be anything. It could be a number of things that they're accused of. But they still stick around and do it.
Big up
It goes
Kyle
back to
for
what
the
you said. It goes back to what you said. It's all about TikTok and money. It's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is because of, if you think about it, the reason that everyone knows that Diadro is a wrong one, yeah? Everyone. But yet, you'll still get people going in and enabling his behaviour by going into his box battle.
See, that is enabling, exactly. That is enabling. When the evidence is there, clear as day. You can look online, you can see his court cases. Another one of his mods left today. Right, another one of his mods left today. She put everything out there. All of the screenshots come out there. I hope you got a couple of them to do another one tomorrow, Face. but she was on live today. Another one that left today, and it was all coming out there clear as day.
You know what the problem? You know what the problem is? It's not the app. It's not TikTok. It's the people on it. It's the people on it.
Yeah, but people are sheep though, Tony.
Listen, TikTok is not going to bother doing anything. Do you know why? Because they're a I'd say £1 billion profit business. Do you really think that they're going to get up and do anything? Yeah?
Listen, we were stood outside their HQ, weren't we, Tony?
There was 10 of us that went to the
still
HQ.
didn't come out.
10.
Yeah.
The amount
It
of
needs
people...
to happen again, guys. You need to do it again and get numbers.
The amount of fucking people that spoke about this, that and the other. 10 of us. 10 of us. I even got an article put in the newspaper. 10 of us. I even put a video up about that Diageo months back. I've done the turn off of the gifts. Not that I was ever on the weeklies or the risings anyways. It didn't make a difference.
Same. I'll come off the app. Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, yeah, what is the point if 1% of the app is trying to make a difference while the other 99% is talking about it? It don't make sense.
No, you're right, Tony. The
sense.
99% are capitalising while we're coming off it. You're right.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying to you.
No, you're right. You're right. But to be fair, it does need a proper protest at TikTok HQ. It needs a proper one.
TikTok's not going to listen. This is the problem. Like No Face and Tony said, they've already been up there and they did nothing. And like you say, if it is like strength in numbers, maybe they'll listen. But I think what you've done before, Tony, with the newspapers, I think that does work. Yeah, like these wrong ones make me ill. Like there is just so many. Like I think there's two things that need to happen. Either TikTok, and I've said this in a post before, TikTok either take all the kids off and they make this app 18 plus, and you have to show ID like you would when you're gambling. Then no one can moan about the gifting. People can get on with whatever they want to do. But then if you've got kids on the app that are going in these lives, and some of them are fans as young as 9, are gifting these creators, then they need to sort something out, because this can't keep going on like this, because there is just too many children. There's been kids that have gone live that are underage. I've seen one in a school uniform, was about 9 or 10, and the bloke was asking her for a Roblox account.
Mate, I report them
shut
daily.
down.
Yeah, I report them daily. What does it come back? No violation.
No violations, exactly that. Why?
I have asked TikTok, out of the Freedom of Information Act, I have asked them for the safeguarding policy, because I actually want to go through it and find all of the loopholes. I hit them with it.
They'll skip out of that though, because they're where it's based, where it's registered, is not in the UK, so they don't.
But they have one for the UK.
A lot of people get things wrong when they say that, because of TikTok UK is actually based out of London. Yeah, it's like franchise sort of thing. They still have to meet targets. They still have to abide by our rules and everything like that. So when people say it, they get that a little bit confused.
Not necessarily. No case. Why do we recharge in dollars?
What?
Why do we recharge in dollars? So that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, but that don't make sense, because
no,
TikTok
because I did check in the
well, in China it's thingy, isn't it?
I did
Beijing,
check
I think.
in Company House, and they are registered in the UK. So if you are registered in the UK, you have to have policies in the UK.
The offices are. The company isn't.
They have a registration in the UK.
The offices are. Not the company.
No, what I'm saying is, in the moment that you are in Company House registered in the UK, you have to have the policies here.
Yeah, look it up, bro. It is registered here as well. Like, they have to, and that's what I'm saying. If they're registered here, they have to abide by our rules. Do you know what I mean? And regulations. That's why every country has different ones. Like certain places, like you can get away with so much on TikTok in America. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they go by different rules.
No, I know what you're saying, but their accountancy records, when you look at the accountancy records, they're not based in the UK. So it's not under the same regulations.
But the safeguarding rules, when you are doing something in a country, you have to go by the safeguarding rules of that country. You have to abide by them.
You hit a good point, Patricia. You just hit a massive good point there. Bang on now on the head. If I open up my betting app right now and I put a VPN on and tell them I'm in America, they'll block me from recharging. right? If I put a VPN on and recharge on TikTok, they'll allow me to recharge in dollars. That speaks volumes.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, as a company, when you are registered in the UK and you are not an 18 plus company, where like it could be OnlyFans or what have you have to be ruled by the safeguarding rules of the country.
By Ofcom, yes.
Right? So the safeguarding rules that they have to have safeguarding rules for children. So that's what I ask for. I ask for that policy because I want to go through it. And I want to find if there are any loopholes on it.
This is what I'm saying, guys. TikTok, again, the buck stops at TikTok, right? All they need to do is your kids, right? If you give your kid a tablet, for instance, right, they can go on YouTube and they get like a light version, like a kid's version. If kids are going to be on this app under the age of whatever, they need to have a light version so they don't bump into even our live now. How we're
Yeah, but then Alex said a thing about that. He said, what you're going to do then is you're going to get a load of adults, create an underage profile. And
Do it with children.
Oh, of course there's going to be loopholes, but it's a start from TikTok, right? Come on, TikTok. This is what they need. Right?
No disrespect, but Ilva has come in to say what she needs to say about things. So can you let her have her say, mate? I know this is an important subject to talk about, but this is about Paul.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think the only way to stop that is to have
Brady got told up by the mums in the group.
Going to stop that is to have it every single app, which is never going to happen. Age identification verified. That's the only way you're going to stop that. Is every single account needs to be verified, and even that way you're going to find ways to get in and out. It's not possible to monitor it. It really is not possible. That's why you just got to be as vigilant as you can when spotting this.
Right, come on, Oval. Talk.
Thank you. I just wanted to bring this back to Paul, if that's okay, because I think that is the reason for the live tonight.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. You guys, obviously, it's your live. You can talk about what you like. I was just up here to talk about Paul. So I just want to remind people that, like, whilst, yes, we all see him as for who he is, to these young people, to these young girls, he can be very charming. He can be very charismatic. And I know that's hard to believe when you look at him as someone in your 40s because you think that he's a weirdo. But to a young girl, he has a certain way of speaking. He has a certain way of pulling them in. And I think we just need to remember that he is a dangerous individual on this app and that he is clever with what he does. I think it's important that nobody underestimates what Paul does, because I think it's very easy to look at him and write him off as just another internet creep. But he has technique, he has manipulation, and I just think that's really important that we all remember that he's not as stupid as people make him out to be. And as someone who has been dragged in by him, I can say firsthand that it's true. And I know that Brady was talking about numbers, but I think it's not about, like I said, it's not about the clout fact for the numbers. It's about the fact that when you are someone that, for example, to throw it out there, people that maybe haven't received much attention in their life, to have someone with 900,000 followers reach out to you and start talking to you, I think someone mentioned the G word earlier, grooming. It's a perfect platform, unfortunately, on TikTok for that type of thing to occur. I have to be very careful with what I say, obviously. So I'm going to come down before I shoot myself in the foot and say something about the investigation, because I can feel myself cutting off on a tangent now. But yeah, I want people to remember not to underestimate Paul, and that he's a very calculated individual, and just to be careful with what you say about him, because this is the thing, like everyone's saying, like, oh, but you know about the things that he's done. Yeah, and when you talk to him, he tells you a whole different story. He explains it all and says, oh yeah, but this happened. Oh yeah, but that's not true. Oh yeah, but that's a lie. Oh yeah, but she was actually this age, or this happened. And it's not the case of people going to him and never addressing him on his issues. He has responses for them. He has lies that he's made up in order to manipulate people into believing him.
And also tonight, he's
now, because I know that Paul is going to be watching this. Paul, You can go and fuck yourself, dirty little woman, and I'm glad that everyone is seeing you for who you are now.
No face. Sorry, no face. One thing, I've looked at what he's got on there. He's got 901k. That was 900 earlier, and now he's gained about 1,000 people.
Yeah, he will. That's the problem when you out wrong-uns. Wrong-uns follow wrong-uns.
Yeah.
That's what happens, unfortunately.
If you're looking for the goth, though, that's the problem these days. Like, instead of watching EastEnders, the new generation just comes on TikTok and looks at the drama, and people follow it, and that's the sad thing about it. But we all do it.
Jeremy Kyle. If they bring him back,
I said, bring him back.
He would have a queue as long as your arm, Jeremy Kyle. That Jeremy Kyle.
It'll all be TikTok fights.
This is the thing, we all do it. That's why we're all here now, right? Because we're intrigued and invested in this conversation. So that's why you nearly got 1,000 people in the room right now listening.
We're here because there's too many wrong-uns that are endangering children. That's the reason why we're bloody here at the minute.
It's ridiculous.
Come through, Johnny. You're here to talk about a man that called you a peddler on the TikTok.
Who?
Are you getting them spirits in
You
you?
can imagine Jeremy Kyle show now.
Hey, Jeremy ain't dead.
No, but the guest is.
Off, isn't he?
The one with the person that unallowed themselves because of Jeremy Kyle, then yeah.
That's how he
uses.
shut down, wasn't it? When you be willing to change the name to Big Jamie Kyle, the show, and you start? No, not a chance in a million years. No face, no
I'm going to drop someone down because my sis Kiki is trying to get him. Are you finished overall? Oh, she went.
Oh.
Big love overall.
He was finished. Oh, good God.
Mate, seconds, I was trying to rise for Oval.
Oh, no, sorry, there weren't no room to get in.
I know, I was like, right, let me get to Oval. I just thought, I think, yeah, I mean, she's not here now, bless her. But I was just picking up on the fact that obviously we can talk about numbers and we can talk about this, but listen, anybody that knows anything, which most of us do, because that's why we're here, whether it's about grooming, whether it's just about that cult mentality, as I like to call it, it's easy to say that someone's following someone for viewers, especially with the younger generation, because they always get labelled like that, I think, and we're just as bad. But I think what she's saying is, and Oval, sorry, this is why I was hoping you'd still be up here, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, so feel free to correct me in the comments. It's more than that. This is that standard tactic where people go into a room, they feel safe because of the numbers, because there's so many people there, and they're like, well, not all these people can be wrong. They're obviously getting something. They see people get like showered with attention, and they want some of that because they're looking for that validation, and he makes them feel heard. To him, he's being sly, and we can see what he's doing. He's letting them do all the talking, giving nothing away about himself. But that's just enough. But to them, it's coming across as someone's listening to me, someone hears me, someone sees me. You know, I'm being validated to an extent, and we all seek validation for one reason.
Oh shit! Sorry, can I just interrupt quickly because that's off Tony. Tony, there. You know, we were talking earlier with Mama Kaja, and we were saying about their messages in the WhatsApp group between Alpha Bar and them underage people.
Yeah.
I've just been sent them, bro, and they're shocking.
Oh, did you see them now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. Carry on.
It's vile, isn't it?
What's that? Oh, this has got some new way of doing things now.
And this is what these dinlos in the comments that keep going and talking about don't see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the manager stop interrupting. It's his life, Lou. You cannot interrupt. Oh dear, love.
I didn't even bother putting up the posters.
So I mean, you feel a little bit thingy, and you think, and then you see them sort of messages. It wants plastering everywhere.
There's number one trick in manipulation when people are being caught out, but like you can't take the chance of it. When people say, "I'm going to do something to myself." And that's because they've been caught out on the guilty. If someone hasn't done something wrong, they would not even threaten that. But all these people that have threatened that, Rooster Browder Jack and everyone else, they all threaten self-hate.
I'm going to literally just do a quick reset, people, right? Because I'm on a violation and it's I don't want to get annoyed.
That's funny, that, isn't it? Right.
All right, I'll do a reset. But when we come back, I think we're gonna. Well, let's end this one now, innit? And then when we come back, we can discuss about Alpha Bar because quite a few people are wanting to talk about that now.
Before you go, there was a lady that was fans on here that was doing strumming. I'll put it that way because I don't want to keep.
Yeah, I'll have to. Sorry, I don't want to be rude, but I have to be quick.
End it straight away.
Yeah, all right then. All right, no worry.